There's this one YouTube channel you probably already heard of. It's by Micah Stoffer, and I guess her husband has a channel too. But basically, this family of, I think, 3 kids adopted a son from China, and they adopted the son as an infant. And I wanted to talk about this even though this news is kind of oldish, because I think it deserves extra attention. The family was apparently aware that this kid had some sort of developmental issues, likely autism, but they proceeded with the adoption and they broadcasted that child all over their YouTube channel. And if you look at their channel, I think they took down the videos, but their most viewed videos was of this kid that they had adopted. There's a very large adoption niche on YouTube. People love watching adoption videos. It's inspiring, and it's particularly interesting to see intercultural adoptions. So this family built their channel off of showcasing this kid, profiting off of him, but then they finally decided to give him away because suddenly they could not handle taking care of a kid with autism.
After multiple assessments, after multiple evaluations, numerous medical professionals have felt that he needed a different fit and that his medical needs, he needed more.
But meanwhile, they made a lot of money from this kid, so they moved into a new house. You could tell they were doing really well, wearing designer clothes, traveling, doing all kinds of things. Like, you could tell that the YouTube money was really good for them. And it's, not surprising because a lot of their views come from this adoption journey. Instead of investing money towards helping this kid, they returned him like clothes that didn't fit and went on with their bougie life, I guess. So what do I think? I think this family is trash. I think they need help. It's fine to love your biological children, but it's not fine to treat your adopted children different from your biological children. And if you feel that way, then don't adopt. I recently watched Jenna Marble's videos explaining her videos in the past that she took down because it offended people. I think the video was titled, A Message. And one of the videos she talked about was the Nicki Minaj video that she did, I think back in 2010 or something, where she was wearing tan makeup and I guess cosplaying Nicki Minaj, and people called that blackface, and people I guess are still criticizing her for having those types of videos and other videos that are, I guess you could say, culturally insensitive.
The first 2 things that I would like to address is
the criticisms, and I think this is going to be such an unpopular opinion characteristic of me, but that was a dank type of humor typical of the 2010s. For me personally, the video that she made was not really funny. It wasn't funny back then when I watched it, and it wasn't funny now. I really just think there were certain YouTubers at this time period that had some sort of weird obsession with people who had really big personalities, like Katy Perry, Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga. I remember seeing so many different parody channels like Barb Baker making what I thought was really unfunny videos, making parodies of different big 2010 celebrities, and I guess Jenna Marbles was a part of that trend. I don't compare this to some of the shit that Shane Dawson is catching heat for right now. And this video is probably going to be taken down for showing this, but...
Hey, where's JT? It was time to let go of him. And I just wanted to let you know that I, Liberty Van Fett, am choosing you to be my new object of affection.
My 7th favorite bodily fluid! Oh, nigga, bitch, monkey woman.
It's Nicki Minaj. I think I'm a difficult person to date because there's so many of me. Because there's plain Nicki Minaj, and that's me. And then there's Roman, who's very...
I'm really just trying to compare the two and see how they're on the same level, because from what I see, I don't think Jenna Marble's video was blackface. I think she was just playing a character. She was playing Nicki Minaj, and she knows this. That's why she says that she's sorry if she offended anyone rather than being sorry for actually making the video. It's kind of hard to be sorry about something you didn't intend on doing. That wasn't your intention. There was a lot of people at this time period who impersonated different artists, different celebrities, different actors. It was just a thing of the 2010s to make parodies like this. Now, on the other hand, Shane Dawson's video was actually very insulting. It was blackface, it was offensive, and the apologies he's had in the past and even now have all surrounded around this idea that he was going through depression and confidence issues, and he wanted to be very triggering. He thought that would be a good idea. Like, he wanted to show that he was cool with Black people. I think that's what he said in his most recent apology, which all of that, in my personal opinion, is bullshit. It's kind of weird seeing how many YouTubers are pressurized into making apology videos that they wouldn't make if not for people telling them to do it, or seeing other fellow YouTubers apologizing about something in their past. And I think that those kinds of apologies don't have as much meaning as the ones that you make on your own. You know, another thing that he said in his most recent apology videos is that he actually researched and went into the history of why what he did was wrong, and it made him realize that what he did in the past was wrong. The videos that he made was super offensive.
But I didn't do the work. I didn't actually look into the history of it and why it's so wrong and why people were so upset. Because my excuse, I was just being funny. I love Black people. I'm not racist. I was trying to be I've watched so many videos on the history of blackface and how it was created to make fun of Black people, to make them feel less than. And the fact that I, in some way, was a part of that, like the fact that the word blackface now will forever be attached to me, that's the level at which I have been lately.
You know, maybe there is some truth to it. Maybe you just had no idea, and that, you know, after opening up a history book or Googling it, you finally realize, man, that shit's messed up. But I'd like to think that generalizing any race and feeding into the stereotypes about this race should be wrong without even having to open up a history book. I don't think you need to know about the history of racism to know that generalizing and feeding into a stereotype is wrong. But I guess maybe there are some people out there who are really that ignorant.